Big hello to all of my students and parents of students. Every day for the past 2 weeks, I've been spending hours renovating my studio in anticipation for today's big news. Over 3 months, I've been teaching online exclusively due to the coronavirus, and I am pleased to announce the reopening of my studio for in-person lessons. The purpose of this video is to walk everyone through the steps we're going to take for each lesson in order to make sure we're all safe while in my studio. Please make sure you watch this entire video to the end. When you first show up, where you park is the same. As a reminder, you can park behind my car, which is always on the right-hand side of the driveway. If that spot is taken, there's always plenty of room to park on Strawberry Hill Ave on the side of the house. Please, please, please do not park on the left-hand side of the driveway. We need to keep that clear from my wife and kids so they can come and go during my lesson hours. Where you wait if you get here early has changed. In the past, the breezeway between my house and the studio has served as a waiting area. In order to help stop the spread of germs, you need to wait in your car until it's your lesson time. We don't want people hanging out in that small enclosed area. I've also removed the chairs in that area to hopefully discourage people from hanging out there. This also means family members should stay in their car if they're waiting during someone's lesson. Once it's your lesson time, you're more than welcome to come inside the breezeway and knock on the studio door to let me know you're here. I recommend you give a quick knock with your foot to eliminate a little extra hand contact. I will let students in and out to avoid everyone touching the same door handles. There are 2 conditions for anyone to step foot in the studio for a lesson, including myself. Number 1, you must wear a mask that covers your nose and mouth. And number 2, you need to sanitize your hands before entering. There will be a bottle of sanitizing gel right outside the studio door. Once inside, there's very little any student will come into contact with. Drummers will use the drum throne, and I will personally disinfect it with Clorox wipes between each and every student. You won't actually be touching any of the drums because we use sticks. As always, drummers need to bring their own sticks to every lesson. In the rare case that someone forgets to bring theirs, of course you can borrow an extra pair of mine. However, I will sanitize them before handing them over and again when you're done using them so they'll be germ-free for the next person. The only things piano students come into contact with are the piano bench and the keyboard. Both will be wiped down and disinfected between each student. Bass students have it the easiest because they bring their own instrument. The only thing of mine they'll touch is the bench they sit on, so that will be sanitized between every use as well. Just a quick reminder, bass students should bring a patch cable to plug into my amp. When the lesson is done, I'll grab the door, as I mentioned before. It's a polite thing to do and also really helps to stop the spread of germs. So with all these precautions, waiting in your car, knocking with your foot, wearing a mask during the lesson, sanitizing hands, wiping down seats, it should be nearly impossible for anyone to contract coronavirus or any other virus while at this studio. But even still, if you want that extra piece of security, you're welcome to grab a little hand sanitizer on your way out. Or better yet, keep some in your car and sanitize as soon as you get in. That's personally what I do anytime I go out. I really miss playing alongside my students. I hope the steps we're taking will help everyone feel safe enough to come back to the studio for weekly lessons. It would probably take a half hour to list all the great things and benefits we're missing out on by being forced to meet online. But if you were studying with me before COVID-19, you already know how much more we can do in person. So, after hearing all this information, I need to know what your plans are moving forward. Please let me know as soon as possible whether you will come in for in-person lessons starting July 1st or want to continue studying with me online. Keep in mind, you won't be locked into any decision. If you want to come in now and later decide online lessons suited you better, that's okay. Likewise, you can choose to keep lessons online for now and just let me know if and when you're ready to start coming in. Either way, I'll see you soon Thanks for watching, and please be in touch as soon as possible so I can plan accordingly.